Most lighting textbooks would teach you that a standard 3-point lighting setup is all you need. It's time to throw those books away. We are going to explore a film style setup for lighting a headshot using both a male and female subject. What follows are highlights to show you that everything you need to light a headshot successfully is in this video.
Talent and focus and my background as soft as possible. And the only way I really can do that indoors effectively is to move my camera back as far as I can move it to where it still makes it still can frame up my talent correctly. She looks relatively flat. As you'll see here once again, there's no fill and there's fill. And I could just bring the fill down to balance. There it is. With that kind of chiseled, there's that 3/4 moon again. The light brighter here falls off and it gives us a representation that he is indeed a three-dimensional object. And here's a little fill, and then see I'll bring some more in the balance, and so I have the option, I can flatten them out, I can make them look. But normally in an interview situation, it's just always pretty to have a bit of a modeled look, and this is quite nice for me. I do something slightly different with women than I do men, which is I only like women to have a little bit more of a halo around them. They just look that much more elegant, that much prettier. Front key light, where she looks good, there's a bit of a modeling effect, which says, hey, I'm a three-dimensional object. Of course, if you wanted to, see how the hair becomes, so you can actually create an effect, but effectively, if it's a matter of hair color, like here's what I wouldn't do, here's what I'm getting at. I would not go, so there's the bottom of the room. Already you can see there's a little softer focus back here, which is really great. Now some people suggest, or ask me, hey, can I flip the ND switch and use that? Well, you can, but the only problem is I'm very comfortably using 40-foot candles to light her. Well, as you can see, the room I'm in has windows, and those windows, of course, see a sunny, bright day outside, but they don't. And with this, I can create all types of great effects in the background. So that's what I'm going to use right now to create an effect in the background. Let's discuss looking room. The looking room is that if she's looking in one direction, I want to make sure that, see, if she's in the center of the screens, you could very simply close the barn doors down and create any kind of slash behind her. You could maybe just a bit of light here. You could put a bit of light there. You see, I'm just using a little portion of it, and basically these kind of three little holes. Now just pan over to where she is and see the effect on the wall, Matty. But when you're looking at this waveform monitor, what you see is I've created a background that's within the same relative range of intensity. When I move it further from the source, I create a harder, more shadowy light. I'll turn off and show you what happens to her again. Okay. And that works too. I mean, if you wanted no light on the background, I have the ability here to use this as is, which is just straight color. I can warm it up to warm his neck up a little bit here. As you can see, I'm throwing on there a half color correction. Everybody in the network seems to love nowadays, which is the higher key. Now, there is an advantage to a higher key if you've got someone that's a little uncomfortable, they feel like they're fat looking on camera. And what it does is, by lighting from above here, as you see, as I flip between the difference between this and the other shot, natural light, that's going to be my key light right here. I'm going to let it do what it does best. And then I'm going to supplement what I've got there. And how I'm going to do that, a 2800 Kelvin bulb. It's a standard bulb, and it's very warm. And look, it's kind of, woo, it's not pretty. So I'm going to let that window become her rim light. Look what that window's doing to her hair. It's giving her a nice highlight. It's creating a really supple look on her.